Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of Newsroom series on Channels Television. For this week, I'm Anne Nwawadu, and this week we'll focus today on the southwestern region of Nigeria. Let's begin in Lagos State, that is experiencing continuous rainfall for several hours, causing waterlogged streets and disrupting daily activities across various parts of the city. From the mainland to the island, residents are navigating through flooded roads as the rains continue pouring relentlessly. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, is asking residents in flood-prone areas to remain vigilant and take necessary precautions as weather forecasts indicate that the downpour is persisting in the coming hours. Drainage systems are becoming overwhelmed in several communities, raising concerns about potential flash floods, especially in areas like Ologolo in Igboefon after Jakonde in Lekki, Lagos. Well, fresh footage from this morning shows how places like Bako Estate, Irawa, Jegunle, and Agboiketu are all grappling with worsening flood situations. The incomplete road project in Irawa, which was partially constructed by the former LCDA chairman, is now amplifying the flood challenges. Although the current administration has promised to complete the remaining sections, the return of the rains is now exposing the severity of the unaddressed portions. Water from completed section is now flowing into Bako, leaving residents who struggle with severe flooding and blocked gutters. The situation continues to deteriorate as the rains continue to pour, further complicating movement and daily life for these affected communities. The state of girl-child education in Oyo State has been unveiled in a new report presented in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. It shows Shaki East local government area as the best performing area in Oke-Ogun region. The government, represented by the local inspector for education, Ibadan North, says it will work to close the education gap in the areas where many girls are still left behind. At the International Conference Center of the University of Ibadan, education stakeholders gather to review the state of girl-child education in Oyo State. Supported by One Life Initiative and the Malala Fund, the report assessed public secondary schools across the state, focusing on enrollment, retention, and exam performance of girls between 2023 and 2024. The assessment reveals that while progress has been made, especially in Shaki East, other local government areas like Ibarakwa North, Iwajowa, Irepo, and Iseyin are still struggling. In some cases, up to 90% of girls in these areas fail to achieve required credits for promotion.
Academic success would unlock several opportunities in life. Academic success will lead to several doors being open in life. We're saying that, the playground in schools, in terms of, assimilation, in terms of knowledge, in terms of interactions with colleagues as well. We're also asking them to also network as well. This is something that we have seen their male counterpart also good at. So our very clear advice for the girl child is that, look, you can do whatever it is that you have chosen to do. You can aspire to be whatever it is that you have aspired, to be. The conditions and the environment might not be perfect, but with just a little more effort from your end, the sky, like they say, will be your starting point.
The Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion says programs like Back to School have been vital in re-enrolling girls who dropped out. The initiative operates across all 33 local government areas through partnerships with various stakeholders.
The road ahead may be long and challenging, but I'm confident that together we can overcome the obstacles and create a future where every girl in Oyo State has the opportunity to unlock her full potential through the transformative power of education. I call upon all of you, our esteemed partners, community leaders, educators, and concerned citizens to join us in the crucial endeavor. Let us work in hand to ensure that the dreams of our girls are not just aspirations, but realities that will shape the course of our streets and our nation for generations to come.
The Commissioner for Education, represented by Mr. Kayode Okeshade, insists that the report will help the ministry adjust its strategies to address gaps in girl-child education.
To this end, the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology is committed to ensuring that the girls who are mothers of tomorrow undergo a lifelong education that will make a positive, permanent change in their life. We will continue to set the pace where education will remain the best legacy unto our children.
The report calls for more collaboration among government, civil society organizations and donors, highlighting the need for targeted investments in areas that can deliver high impact and lasting change.
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to transforming Nigeria's agricultural landscape through the establishment of special agro-industrial processing zones across the country. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony of the Oyo State Agribusiness Industrial Hub in Ijayi, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Mr. Abubakar Kyari, says that and explains the vision behind building special agro-industrial processing zones. And for the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, his administration remains committed to transforming the landscape with technological innovations to drive agricultural value chain for a prosperous Oyo State.
A bold step towards industrial growth and agricultural renewal is unfolding in Oyo State. Once a quiet farm settlement, the Ijayi community, established over 7 decades ago, has been reimagined as the site of a modern agro-processing zone. Rising from the old soil is a new vision modeled after the successful Fashola Agribusiness Hub. Governor Seyi Makinde's administration is expanding its agricultural footprint, transforming farming into a business-driven engine for economic development. The Ijayi Agribusiness Industrial Hub in Akinyele local government area is the latest milestone in that journey.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator.
At a groundbreaking ceremony, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, described the project as a federal government-backed initiative under the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone, SABS. He says it will energize local industries, create jobs, and uplift farmers.
Today's event exemplifies the spirit of partnership and shared vision that is vital to our nation's progress. The SAPZ initiative is one of the cornerstones of the Renewed Hope Agenda championed by our President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. A vision rooted in restoring Nigeria's dignity, unlocking our vast potentials, and creating opportunities for every citizen.
In his keynote address, Governor Makinde says the rapid success of the Fashola model is proof that Ijayi will soon witness similar transformation. He reaffirms his commitment to establishing agribusiness hubs across all zones of the state before his tenure ends.
Let today's event be a reminder to every citizen of Oyo State. Governance is not theory, it is action. And when we say we will deliver, we mean it.
Also speaking, AFDB President Dr. Akinwumi Adesina praises the hub's potential to reduce post-harvest losses, boost employment, and stimulate rural economies.
Our goal is very clear, is to reduce massive post-harvest losses, develop logistics and improve linkages between farm production, agro-processing and value addition, transform rural economies, and of course to create jobs.
Welcoming guests earlier, the Director General of the Oyo State Agribusiness Development Agency, OISADA, Debo Akonde, projects that the initiative will generate over 100,000 jobs and support more than 500,000 families.
ATC at Fashola, this all will be state-built and private sector managed. The establishment of 2 other agribusiness industrial hubs will host over 40 agricultural industries, cumulatively employing directly and indirectly over 100,000 people.
Other dignitaries and development partners, including Dr. Simeon Ehui of RITA, are optimistic that the project will foster a thriving agricultural value chain and strengthen the foundation for a prosperous investment-ready Oyo State.
RITA was proud to support the first agribusiness hub at Fashola. We are ready to do the same in Erua, and we are here again committed to supporting this journey in Ijayi, both as a technical partner and as a trusted source of leadership.
In the name of God the Father, God
God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Excellency.
The Jai Hub is more than an infrastructure project. It's a symbol of strategic growth, national partnership, and a new era of agro-industrial possibilities. Bukola Oriowo, Channels Television News.
The Ogun State government has recommissioned the newly renovated Olumo Rock Trust complex in Abeokuta as part of efforts to boost tourism and economic developments in Ogun State. Governor Dapo Abiodun says the facelift is a strategic move to create jobs, increase revenue, and preserve the rich cultural heritage of the Egba people.
Olumo Rock stands tall as a historic symbol of the Egba people's resilience and cultural identity. In the 17th century, it served as a refuge during intertribal wars in Yoruba land. Today, the ancient rock now combines nature with modern technology, following its recent renovation by the Ogun State government to attract tourists from across the world. Speaking at the event in Abeokuta, Governor Dapo Abiodun explains that the renovation is part of his administration's plan to unlock the potential of tourism for economic growth, job creation, and boosting internally generated revenue.
Olumo Rock, as we all know, is more than a majestic outcrop or an assemblage of stones. It is a sanctuary of strength, a symbol of refuge. For centuries, it has stood tall, offering safety and identity to the Egba people in times of conflict and change. Renovating this sacred is not just about infrastructure. It is about reviving memory, rekindling pride, and reaffirming our cultural roots.
The Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Sheson Fagbemi, reveals that plans are underway to replace the lifts that take visitors to the top of the rock and to transfer the complex to private operators for better management.
The lift, the 3 lifts has been purchased, is going under examination by the manufacturer, so that we are replacing the entire 3 lifts, so that for the old people that will come that cannot go through the route of, the stairs, we use the lift. But to enjoy this rock, it's better for you to go, through the stairs, so that you can feel the impact of being a tourist.
Art enthusiast Dr. Nike Okundaye also commended the government for the gesture.
Olumo has always been our pride, the place where people come and get healed. It's a healing rock. Many people did not know. When you come there, you just go there and you will be healed. Just ask what you need. It's just like going to Oshun in Oshogo. Whatever you need, you just ask and you will be healed. So Olumo is for the whole Nigeria, for the whole world. Now that we are here, we are going to make sure. If you go to TripAdvisor and you just put where to go in Nigeria, Olumo is going to be one of the top.
After the speeches, dignitaries joined Governor Abiodun to officially unveil the newly renovated complex. He announced a 2-month moratorium allowing tourists to visit Olumo Rock for free during this period.
Let's come back to Lagos State, where the government has named 176 estates in Etiosa, Aja, Ibejuleki and Ekwe as illegal for not having layout approvals. The state has given the estate developers 21 days to submit their documents and process their approvals through the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. Officials say these estates are not in line with the state's development plans under the Themes Plus agenda. The government insists that all estates must follow the proper approval process to avoid facing penalties. Our Newsroom series returns in just a moment to take an attention or a look at what the government of Lagos State is doing concerning youth unemployment across the state. Please join us again. Well, a 10-year-old chef, Boluwatife Jayegbenle, has won a 3 million naira cash prize in the Lagos State Government Culinary Food Cooking Competition tagged Eco Flavors Junior. The Lagos State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, says the initiative is aimed at showcasing the culinary skills of children and also encourage them to join the food system space.
Made it to the final contest of the Lagos State Government's Culinary Food Cooking Competition tagged Eco Flavors Juniors. Out of over 200 participants who kicked off the competition, these outstanding 10 between the ages of 10 and 13 have to prove themselves with their cooking skills before the judges by making delightful meals and also discover young cooking talent that will promote healthy food culture. After exhausting the stipulated time for cooking, 5 winners emerge, with the overall winner, Boluwatife Jayegbenle, walking away with 3 million naira cash prize. The Chief Executive Officer of the Culinary Group commends all the participants for putting in their best and assures them of more opportunities in future.
Cooking is one of the things that bring family together. We want the kids to know that they can aspire to be somebody within the food ecosystem. They can aspire to be a chef. They can aspire to be anything within the food value chain. And that's why we're doing this today, to encourage them, to build their confidence and to let them know that you don't have to know anybody to be somebody. And Eco Flavor is that platform where you can shine as long as you have the skill and as long as you have the will, you will become a winner.
I think we're in an era where we need to encourage the young ones to be who they really want to be, and that is why you will have the people that are doing the right thing at the right place. We want a situation whereby people are doing what they love to do, and by the time you allow that happen, you will see them, you see the people that they will do their best because they are happy doing it, and you don't see it as job anymore. You see it as passion, and when your passion is making money for you, you become a happy person.
The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems says the initiative shows that there's a lot of opportunity in the food system space, which also accommodates the young ones.
We've achieved our aim of showcasing the culinary skills of our kids and also exposing them to the fact that there's a lot of opportunity in the food system space. The ability to work with mentors and seeing other chefs much older, the sense of aspiration can actually develop. And just having everyone here cheer for them today, it's also room for these kids to feel that yes, there is hope for them to become something in the future and there's something to live up to, there's something to work towards.
The 2025 Eco Flavors Junior Competition has attracted the younger generation into the agricultural space, and the Lagos State government says greater heights await these new chefs in the culinary sector.
The Lagos State government, under the leadership of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is ramping up efforts to tackle youth unemployment through strategic moves and interventions by the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, with flagship initiatives like Project 100,000 Jobs. The administration is focusing on equipping young Lagosians with tools and opportunities needed to thrive in today's economy. Well, through these initiatives, the government is providing affordable financing of small businesses, enhancing vocational training and access to them, and small business facilitating direct linkages between job seekers and employers. All these efforts are not only fostering entrepreneurship, they're also building a resilient workforce right here in Lagos. And the Director, Strategy Funding and Stakeholder Management, the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, Sherifa Balogun, is joining us live in the studio to discuss more on job creation and the drive by the Lagos State government to ensure this happens. Thank you very much, Mrs. Balogun, for joining us on Newsroom series. Now, what is Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu doing to help young people get jobs in Lagos State?
And so many things, a lot of things, but like you just mentioned, the provision of affordable financing financing is very top on the ladder. And then we go to the vocational training through the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, which is where the fund is seated. And then we go to the partnerships that we have with other private sector organizations, MasterCard Foundations, Joboman, Lafarge, and some of our other partners, being able to equip young Lagos residents, as you say, and also small businesses with the right tools to not only get the starter pack for their business, but also thrive through our business support initiatives.
Now, when you look at the statistics or maybe records available to you, how many youths are actually jobless, and what is the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund doing to help these job seekers?
So if I'm going to quote the National Bureau of Statistics, that's about 5.5% for Lagos State and about 5.4% Nigeria-wide. So you can imagine Lagos is like a par with Nigeria, and that is why we say that Lagos is the national epicenter of migration. Everyone wants to come from Sokoto, from Kebbi, from Plateau down to Lagos State, and that's why you'll find that employment rate is quite high with us. But the NBS also says that as long as you're employed or you've been able to get a job and profit for 1 hour, you're no longer unemployed, and that brings us to less than 300,000 people in Lagos State not having a job. But that's not going to deter us from being able to do the work that we're supposed to do, like we said earlier, again, giving everyone the right tools to get a job or have access to affordable financing through our single-digit loans, and I say that as 9% all-inclusive as a starter loan for MSMEs and also MES and also SMEs. And this has taken us to a single obligor into about 5 million naira. So you can have loans from 250,000 naira to 5 million naira from the LSCTF at a rate that you would not find elsewhere. Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu always says, do not go to anywhere else. The government has put this initiative in place for you. We also work with vocational training centers to equip people, facility management tools. The best plumber you can be, we'll train you in Lagos State Employment Trust Fund with our partners. The best project manager you can be, or office administration that you can be, is with us here. So those are the things that we're putting in place to reduce unemployment as much as we can.
But when we take a look at the project 100,000 jobs that I said earlier, what is the Lagos State government's goal in that initiative?
We're ramping up. That's what it means. We're already doing this, every day in the else. We're about 10 years now, the fund is about 10 years in Lagos State. So when we say we have key projects like this, it's usually to drive or bring out more of what we're doing, to be able to tell the Lagos residents, we're here for you. Don't forget that you can access ABC XYZ benefits from us. So the project 100K is to say before the end of the year we want to provide access to affordable financing to small businesses, and we're capping it at 500,000. Look at what you just spoke about with the Ministry of Agri and Food Systems. The Food for Lagos project was just launched. I mean, look at the many hundreds of cold or tempered buses, trucks that have been put in place. You can now get access to logistics, farming, fishery, all of those things. How do you have such ideas, or the government has put it in your head and you don't have monies for it? Come to Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, start your business with as low as 250,000 naira, and then scale up to about 5 million naira. These are some of the initiatives that we work with our own sister MDAs to ensure that Lagosians are able to access these support throughout.
When we take a look at small businesses, I mean, they make up a huge part of any economy in the world. A lot of small business owners are finding it very difficult to survive in the state, even outside Lagos also. But how does the LS ETF support SMEs and MSMEs in the state?
So I really like that question, because it's not just about the access to finance. It's not only about loans. What if I don't need credit? What if I needed someone to handhold me on business support, business structuring? Do I have my CAC? Does that put me in a better platform to access even a grant or another kind of like a benefit? We do all of that within the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund to ensure that what if that's not the initial thing you come to us is not for access, but the like I said, the support that allows you to be able to access other benefits. So we train you, business supporting, Lazarus ID, for example, being able to get your tax with LIRS, your tax ID. All of these things form the proper ecosystem that allows you to not only thrive with credit, but outside of credit. Digital financial services too. How do you move from bookkeeping with biro and paper to have it digitalized? Those are the things that we do for you, because you might not only need credit today, you might actually just need someone to speak for you in rooms that you're not at, and that's what business support does.
Now, what kind of skills is the trust fund helping young people learn?
So all types of skills, the white collar jobs, the blue, the pink, everything that allows you to earn a living, as MBS has said, you know. So we range from all of the vocational trainings, like I said, being a PM, facility manager, being able to work as a plumber, auto mechanics, everything in those ranges, and also the white-collar jobs. How do you move from learning digital marketing to working in the bank, being a creative, that sort of thing. Everything that allows you to get a job in a corporate or also start your own entrepreneurial route, we're there.
I know you've talked about single digits when it comes to the loan, but how is the Lagos State government making it easy for people to get these loans? Are there awareness campaigns enough to even let people know?
Yeah.
Some might even be hearing it for the first time on this program.
Well, I
so
hope
how
not.
much do you do to let people know there's this money here for you to take and use if you want to?
So it's really interesting because we're the state here, so we're not just seated in one place and say, come find us at number 2, no. Our office is at 16 Billings Way in Oregon, but we also have, I'll call them mini branches in the local government areas and local development councils. And these are really your second homes because you're living in those communities. Your local government area is your place of information to get access to whatever things going on within the state. So you'd find our liaison officers in those places asking you or even supporting you on your business. We also go into the markets. We're very much working with the Market Council, the Eleger General. Our digital footprints are also very well known. You'll find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere, to be honest. We're also working not only with our national partners, even international partners, because we have access to such too. So we're not sitting in one place. We hope that you'll find us across everywhere, like I have mentioned. But most importantly, walk into your local government areas or your LCDs. You will definitely find us there.
And just quickly, is there a website that you can use?
Yes, www.lsctf.ng. Same name all over other social media handles. And you can come to our office at 16 Billings Way in Oregon.
Thank you very much. Director, Strategy Funding and Stakeholder Management at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, Sherifa Balogun. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And to other stories, where the officers of Nigeria Customs Service Murtala Mohammed Area Command have intercepted a large consignment of birds destined for illegal export to Kuwait. The live birds, over 1,620 number, a species of racketeers known as parrots and canaries feather. They're tagged green and yellow fronted. The Comptroller Awe has emphasized that as Nigeria is a signatory to the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, no illegal shipment will slip through the cracks under his watch as the airport without required permit or documentation. He also adds that investigation has started to apprehend the perpetrators, while the fragile creatures are being handed over for rehabilitation and reintroduction into their natural habitat. And that's Newsroom series for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawado. Join us again tomorrow as we concentrate on another region.